You're watching over and over again. My name is Richard, and this is the latest episode in Arsenal Oddities. So what is Arsenal Oddities then? Well, it's just looking back at some of the less mentioned moments from Arsenal's great and rich history. In this episode, we're going to look at the original 1-0 to the Arsenal and the original Charlie Charlie. So by 1909, Woolwich Arsenal were in financial trouble. Despite enjoying the most successful period in the club's history up till that point, getting promotion to Division 1 for the first time in 1904, reaching the FA Cup semi-final in both 1906 and 1907, and then finishing in the highest ever league position of 6th place in Division 1 in 1909. Local businessman George Leary was having to pay the players' wages out of his own pocket. Once the 1909-1910 season began, Leary began to realise that he could no longer support the club financially as it was affecting his own business, G.H. Levy Outfitters Stores. So he decided to discharge the limited company that owned the football club in March 1910, and a new company was formed in April of that same year. Now, Fulham directors Henry Norris and William Hall came in to take over the financial control of the club. Now, Henry Norris, of course, we spoke about in episode 2, and he wanted to amalgamate Woolwich Arsenal with Fulham to make one super club. But when the Football League binned off that idea, Norris realised that he would have to move the club away from Plumstead due to the fact that it was difficult to get to and the crowds had gone right down. In 1905, the average attendance had reached 21,000, but by 1909, it had dropped down to just 11,500. But the move would take 3 or 4 years to complete, so Arsenal remained in Plumstead for the time being, and Norris appointed Levy as the club chairman. Now, it was no surprise with all the upheaval going on off the pitch. On the pitch, the team really struggled. And throughout much of the season, they were involved in a relegation battle. In fact, going into the spring of 1910, Arsenal were one of the favourites to go down. But they managed to rally, and a run of 4 1-0 victories in 7 games towards the end of the season was just enough to make Arsenal survive. The crucial game was at the Manor Ground, Plumstead, on the 28th of March when Chelsea were the visitors. It was a winner from Charlie McGibbon making his debut for the club that gave Arsenal that 1-0 victory. And in the end, Arsenal finished 2 points ahead of Chelsea, who went down instead. Charlie McGibbon also went on to get the only goal in a win against Aston Villa and then scored a late equaliser away at Tottenham. And those 3 goals were vital in keeping Arsenal in Division 1. But Charlie never played for the club again, and he left for Leighton in that summer. It's interesting to speculate, isn't it, what may have happened had Arsenal been relegated in 1910 with the financial problems going on at the club. It's unlikely the move to Highbury would ever have happened, and Arsenal may well still be a South East London club. So that's the story then of the original 1-0 to the Arsenal, and of course the original Charlie as well. Some important goals he got for us towards the end of that season. So that there is the latest episode of Arsenal Oddities. Hope you have enjoyed that. If you have, please give it a like and also consider subscribing to the channel. We do feature a lot of stuff on the history of this great club, but also all the modern stuff as well, plus, of course, the Arsenal women. So if that sounds like something you might enjoy, please consider subscribing. So that there then is the latest episode of Arsenal Oddities. Hope you've enjoyed that. My name is Richard. This is over and over again, and we will see you on the next one.